Good morning, everybody. We're here at Mystic Fitness on this gorgeous Saturday morning, first day of spring. The sun is shining brightly here in Massachusetts. I hope you've had a great day so far, a great morning so far. Thank you for coming to join us at Mystic Fitness for our Saturday morning power class. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Amy. I've got a bunch of friends here, and let's all get into the flow. You can start by lying down on your back or staying in child's pose as you just connect to your breath. Try to clear your mind. Try to stay in this moment, just breathing in through your nose, filling up your lungs, and filling up your belly. And then exhaling. If you're at home, you exhale out through your mouth or your nose. In studio, we're exhaling through our noses only. Let your breath serve as a tool to help calm the nervous system, to help feed the muscles the oxygen they need to relax, to stretch, and to work hard. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Maybe you start to set an intention for your practice. Or maybe you decide to let whatever happens happen, which is also an intention. If you're lying on your backs, you can stretch your arms up over your head and reach toward the front of the room. And open and close your fingers. Maybe bring some movement into the feet. And if you're in child's pose, maybe you just start to move the fingers, opening and closing them, or stretching your arms longer in front of you, or spreading your thighs wider. And just take in more air. The more you expand your body, the more air you can bring in. Try to feel that. And the more air you bring in, the looser you can hold your whole body, the more open you can make it. Allow that. Allow for the unknown. Allow for the wide open. All by using your breath. I want to wish everybody a beautiful practice. Take bigger movements. Maybe if you're on your back, you take your knees up above you and you start stirring your knees, circling them towards your chest and away from your chest. Or maybe feet are in the air and arms and legs just kind of move in any which direction. If you're in child's pose, maybe you've come to tabletop and you're taking some movements that way. So find your movement. Say good morning, body. Good morning, life. Happy to be here. You can find your way to seated, but take your time, however long. In the classroom, we're all going to face each other, and we'll just start our practices together with the sacred sound of Om. Hands come to heart center. Take a deep breath in and out first. Next breath in is followed by the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. Enjoy your practices. Let's start in tabletop today. So face the front of your room. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and your hips above your knees. And then spread your hands a little wider and your knees a little wider, and just start to make some circles. Just kind of saying good morning, joints. Good morning, elbows, wrists, knees, hips, ankles. How are you doing today? Move the fluids around. You can turn your head from one side to the other. Good. And as you push your hips back, spread your knees a little wider and push into a gentle child's position, stretching your arms forward in front of you. But then we'll walk our left hand over to meet the right hand. And you can even place the left hand on top of the right. Push your hips out to the left and just take a little side stretch on that left side. And then walking that left hand back over to the left side of the mat, the right hand walks over to meet the left. And the hips push gently over to the right side for a side stretch on the right. Breathe. Good. Walk that right hand back to its place. Press your hips back. Two arms are outstretched straight in front of you. Expand your rib cage by taking a big deep breath in and let it go. Two more here. Breathe in. And one more. Breathe in. And exhale. Good. We'll take it back up to your tabletop, please. So hands below shoulders and hips above your knees. Arching the spine, we inhale, drop the belly and raise our heads. Cow position. Exhale, start to tuck your chin underneath you, tuck your pelvis, round your back for cat position. And what I'd like you to do is locate the space in between cow and cat for a flat back or neutral spine, and that's called your tabletop proper. Good. And students in the room, you can use that side mirror to help you. Take a look at your back, make sure it's flat. Look at your shoulder placement. Is it right above your wrists? And your hips, are they above your knees? Good, Mary Ellen. So nice flat back. And when you've established that flat back, please extend your right leg behind you. Toes are on the ground. And press the right heel back and then push it forward. So you're just going to stretch the back of that right leg. Pull your belly in. Move forward and back gently, rolling over those right toes. And when your left hip is above your left knee and back is flat, raise that right leg off the ground. Good. Hold it there. Roll your right thigh inward, point the big toe downward. If this alignment feels natural and strong for you, then extend your left arm. Let's hold this. Try not to let that right leg droop. Two more breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Left hand comes down. We're going to open that floating right leg out to the right. Hold it there. And then bring it down out to the right side of you. Walk back on your hands and you can sweep up and rise up nice and high. So I'm going to give you a frontal view. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, right hand drops. Lift up and over to the left side. A nice side stretch on the left. Breathe. Start to circle that left arm so it drops down, up, and back over. And maybe your gaze follows it. And the next time it drops over to the left, you're going to drop it down and come to a half gate position. Right leg is floating once again. Breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Good work. Float the right leg down. Stand up again. Inhale, reach. And exhale, those hands come down. The right knee returns back for tabletop proper. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, round and tuck. Find the intermediate location, flat back, tabletop proper. Please extend your left foot back behind you. Good. Toes are on the floor. Press the left heel back and forward, back and forward, just giving the back of that leg a nice stretch. And when the right hip is positioned above the right knee and you are in tabletop proper again, or your spine is neutral at least, then you raise that left leg up, rotate it inward, big toe points down, foot is flexed. Try not to sink into either shoulder here. Extend your right arm in front of you. Breathe. Hold this. 3 full breaths. 2 more. 1 more. Great hold. Right hand comes down, left leg opens out to the left. Hold it up if you can. 2 breaths. 1 more. Good. Let's bring that down. Rise up. Inhale, circle, sweep. Exhale, side bend to the left. Feel that beautiful right side body stretch. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Fantastic. Ready for that half gate? Here we go. Oh, circle the arm. We didn't circle, did we? Thank you. Okay, you circle as much or little as you wish. And that half gate happens at the low swing. And the right arm comes down. And the left leg elevates. Breathe. One more breath. Fantastic. Let that leg float down, return back to center. Inhale, reaching up, and exhaling, take it back down to tabletop. Well done, everybody. You might want to push the hips from one side to the other, just stretching those outer glutes. Breathe. And when you feel ready, tuck those toes underneath. Okay, so let's just tuck our toes and then just kind of go back and forth with your hips a little bit. Press the hips back over those tucked toes. And then tabletop proper with tucked toes. And with tucked toes, again, please raise your knees up. So let's elevate the knees just an inch or two off the floor. Core is strong, belly is drawn toward the spine. The quads are going to start to get involved. Breathe. 2 more breaths here, please. Okay, knees come down and you can hit the tops of the feet. Yeah, very nice. One more time, tuck those toes. Let's see if we can't elevate one more time or levitate. Pick it up. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Nicely done. Instead of dropping knees, the knees go higher, downward facing dog. And bend one knee at a time and press one heel at a time into the floor. Walk that dog. Big breath in and full breath out. In your downward facing dog, drop the knees to a hover over the floor and then spring forward with control using the strength of your quads, landing in high plank position. Try it again. Inhale, hips up, down dog, then the knees lower. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, roll forward, high plank. Take a few of these. Employ your strong abdominal control to navigate these plank rolls. Inhale up, knees bend. Exhale, roll forward, high plank position. Work those quads. Use the muscles slowly and steadily. You guys look good. The next time you land in plank, hold your plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll forward on the toes, elbows squeeze in and start to bend, lowering to low plank. Inhale, chest lifts. Press the tops of the feet into the floor, upward facing dog. And exhale, curl the toes under, downward facing dog, hips rise. Big breath in and let it go. Let's give our wrists and our arms a nice break here. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop your feet to meet your hands for your halfway lift. In your halfway lift, hands are on the shins and crown of head pulls forward. Breathe. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Inhale, circle sweep the arms, rise all the way up. And exhale, prayer hands to your heart center, breathe. Stay here for 2 breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And again, inhale and exhale. Good. Ground the feet. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up high, rise. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Hands on the ground, inhaling that flat back halfway lift. Walk, step, or hop back to high plank. Hold your plank, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending at the elbows, roll forward on toes, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop your way. Feet meet the hands. Inhaling flat back, halfway lift, and exhale forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep, raise it up. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the ground, inhaling flat back. Walk or hop back to that high plank. Now, option instead of high plank, students may drop the knees and come to tabletop instead. If you are in high plank, though, your fingers are spread apart. Index fingers are parallel to each other. Shoulders rounding. Upper back pressing into the floor. Here we go. Roll forward on the toes, bending at elbows. Elbows squeeze the edges of your body as you lower down safely. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And let it go. Awesome. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop your way to your hands. Inhaling flat back, hands on the shins. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise it up, circle sweep, and take it up to the sky. And exhale, prayer hands to heart center. Breathe in and breathe it out. You guys starting to feel all warmed up? Good. Inhale, sweep up the arms. With your exhale, you're just going to bend your knees, taking a nice chair pose. So knees are bent, but you can still see your big toes. So take a look down. Make sure the knees don't block the big toe, the visual of the big toes here. If they do, then hips need to go back a little bit. That's how you know you're in the right seat. Okay, sit down a little lower and a little lower. Now pay attention, now that you got the seat correct, pay attention to the shoulders here. Are your shoulders your new earrings? If so, pull them down for me, please. Shoulders are down. And if you can't do that with your arms up, then just place your arms in front of you. Or try goal posting the arms. Works just as great. Breathe. Push that chest open and forward. Breathe. How's your face? Are you scrunching it? Now, I can't see it behind the mask very well, but you know if those facial muscles are working too hard. And if they are, please relax your facial muscles. Take some breath. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. Your next inhale, we will grow tall. So inhale and reach. We're going to take that right knee up with us as we grow, though. You're going to exhale into chair. Right foot comes down. Left side. Inhale, grow up. Left knee rises. And exhale. Take a few of these. Inhale. Let the arms help you, please. Chair. Inhale. And the slower you go, the better for your system. No need to do this quickly. Take one more on each side. Here we go. Inhale, right knee up and down. Inhale, left knee up and down. Inhale, rise all the way up, circle sweep. And exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. You did great. Let's roll out those shoulders forward and back. And then inhale, circle sweep your arms up nice and high. Guys, I want you to hold your right wrist with your left hand. Okay, so the hand wraps around the right wrist. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, bring your upper body up and over to the left side of your room. Head is sandwiched in between your arms. Shoulders and hips parallel to the plane of the front of your room. In our case, it's a front mirror. Two more breaths. One more. Good. Take it back to center. Switch out your hands. So the right hand's going to hold your left wrist. Breathe in center and stretch up. Come on up and over. 2 feet are planted on the ground. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Release that hand. 2 arms come down to sides. Roll out for me. That's a shoulder workout in and of itself, those side stretches holding the wrists. They really works the shoulders so beautifully. With feet planted, inhale, sweep your arms up and your right knee up. We're going to exhale, please, and push the right heel in front of you. Hold it there, working that right hip flexor. And then as though you're taking a big step forward, you're going to land on that right foot in front of you. Good. And walk the left foot back a little bit. Seemingly awkward way to get into crescent lunge, but if you control your movements and work those muscles, it's actually pretty graceful and beautiful. Crescent lunge position. Take your big breath in, crescent lunge, and out. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears, please. Lift your chest. We're taking a high twist to the right, so hands come down in front of you and then they open and expand out to the right. I'd like you to really twist from the sides of your torso, so the right side of your torso pulls back and the left side of your torso is pushing forward. So let's control these twists using the strength of our abdomen, not by pulling shoulders or arms apart. The shoulders and arms follow. The torso rules. Breathe. Dropping that right hand to the back of your left thigh, perhaps. We take a back bend here. Hold this and breathe. One more breath. We're going to twist it into warrior two position. So the dismount is releasing the right arm, propelling the arms, rolling the left heel down, and finding your first warrior two of the first day of spring on this gorgeous Saturday morning. Relax your shoulders, pull those arms apart, breathe. Circle your wrists. The more we circle those wrists, the stronger they will be for our chaturangas and our planks. Flip the right palm, breathe in, reverse. Here's another beautiful stretch. Your dismount from your reversed warrior is going to be propelling the arms and stepping the left foot forward to meet the right into Dasana, mountain pose. And as Nisa says during the week, let's do it gracefully like a dancer. Use the strength of your muscles to return to Tadasana, standing pose. Good. Deep breath in and out. 2 arms circle sweep up, and with that comes the left thigh nice and high up in the air. Relax those shoulders, stretch those arms. Try not to lean into that right hip. Stack right hip above the right knee. We breathe here. And we're going to kick out using the strength of that left hip flexor. Breathe. Good. Remember that awkward transition that really is not awkward. It's the big step forward on the left foot and the stepping back a little bit on the right foot. Right knee is bent, left knee is bent, crescent lunge. But pay attention to where your shoulders are. Relax them. Breathe. And here's your high twist to the left. Again, using the abdominal strength to navigate the twist. The right side pushes forward, the left side pushes back, helping to turn the torso. The twist should occur from the mid-back, please. And then the shoulders and the arms help execute the plan. Good. Breathe here. And then dropping your left hand down, your right arm up, taking that nice back bend. Find the breath. Let it calm the nervous system. The calmer the nervous system, the stronger the resolve. One more breath. Okay. When you're ready, it's warrior two position. Propelling those arms, dropping that right heel, relaxing those shoulders, and drawing the arms apart from one another. Circling at your wrists, that's going to help later on for planks. And then dropping that right arm back, finding that reversed warrior, breathe. Two more breaths here. One more. With control, propelling the arms, stepping that right foot back to meet the left, and finding your Tadasana. So you did great. It's slower moves today, which are often much more hard than the faster moves. Take a drink of water if you need to. You can rinse out or shake out any body parts that might be still feeling tight after all of that. Couple of deep breaths in and out. Or, you know, Deborah, just so that you show, which I thought was putting you more in the green, more toward green. We're still overlapping a lot. I think you have to move toward green. Yeah. Or possibly, yeah. That's where you were, right? You were right there. Yeah. I think more toward the green. Okay. We're just trying to make this nice. Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to do balancing, okay? So we did some warriors, some planks, some chaturangas. Now we're going to work the legs even stronger. So in Tadasana together, distribute the weight into that left leg. We're going to interlace our fingers and scoop the right shin up. Now this is an invaluable posture for you runners out there. One of our regulars who comes to the studio every Saturday in this class, Molly, she's running a 50-mile race today in Maine. So if you're out there, Molly, I wish you Godspeed and the wind at your back. You are a powerhouse. And we're thinking of you and sending you energy from the studio. This is great for runners. Relax the shoulders. Tall spine. Use bicep strength and hand strength to keep this maintained. And breath. One more breath. Now Taraja. The right hand stays on that right shin. That right shin opens out to the right and the left arm extends. Now there's the option to gaze over to the left. You may find that you fall when you do that. That's perfectly normal. One more breath. Good. Let's bring that leg back to center. Now you're going to switch out your hands. The left hand comes on the right shin. The right arm opens out to the right. Now you're going to use that torso control. Okay, navigate from the sides of your abdomen, please, and turn to face the right. So the right side of your abdomen pulls to the right, and the left side of your abdomen pushes forward for that twist. Breathe. Nice job, students in the studio. One more breath. Well done. Come back to center with great care. I want you to place the right foot down. That'll be our balancing leg, and the left leg comes up for tree pose. Okay, so we're going to give that left glute and hip flexor a nice little treat here. After supporting us all that time, it now gets to be in tree pose. You take that tree, any variation that you wish. Find your movements. Transcend. One more breath. You guys are great. Tree release. Nicely done. All right, we're going to try the other side. Okay, so the right leg is standing leg, and we pick up the left shin. Standing wind removing pose, one of the best runner exercise for runners out there. You can circle the left ankle. Now make sure that right hip is stacked above the right knee. Activate the right quadricep, please. Squeeze it firmly and lift it upward. So good. Ready to open up, Nataraja pose. Beautiful holds. We're going to bring that knee back, and you're going to switch out the arms for that standing twist. Now remember, it's the abdomen who navigates here. Left side body draws toward the back of the room. Right side body pushes forward. So you create the twist via the sides of your abdomen. The arms follow. The gaze follows. Breathe. Beautifully done. Gently back to your center. Maybe one last squeeze. Then that left foot grounds, takes root, and the right heel comes up. Tree position. Take any variations you wish. Now, if you find yourself huffing and puffing, I ask you to dig deep Relax the nervous system by drawing breath in slowly through your nose and exhaling thoroughly. A few more breaths here in your tree. Transcend. One more breath. Now that's a power stance right there. So much strength needed for all this balancing. Okay, release. Nicely done, guys. What we're going to do is hands on the hips and feet slightly separated, and just take some hip circles here. That's going to feel really good all around this material. And change directions. Good. And then widen your feet. So in the studio, you guys can turn to face the side mirror and do a nice wide open stance there. And walk, toe heel those feet out as far as possible for me, okay? Hands at the lower back. You inhale, lift up out of that lower back. And exhale, slowly forward fold, slow as you can. Looking forward the whole time as you descend. And then reaching down to the mat. So in your forward folds, remember they're a variation of an inversion, so take them slowly. Roll into the fronts of your feet. Let the blood gently come to your head. I use blocks. I reach them forward and I just let my head hang in between my arms. We're going to walk our hands, please, toward the right foot and just give your right leg a nice stretch that way. We'll bend the right knee, taking a lateral lunge here. If that's in your practice, good job. Now, to get to the left side, you can either walk your hands over or your blocks over and find lateral lunge on the left. Or if you're feeling super strong this morning, tap into the strength of your legs. Push up, reach, and come down to the other side. So you can take some lateral lunges side to side and strengthen the thighs. Going as low or not as you wish. And just taking some gentle side to sides here. What makes sense for your practice? Getting the inner thighs nice and stretched and strong. Good. You don't have to go down low either, guys. It's a little bit of movement. Return to center. If you are in forward fold, I want you to roll the inner thighs toward each other as you push through the core matter to rise up safely. So you never pull from the back. I want you pushing from all this beautiful, strong core matter that you've built up, okay? Taking a side stretch, right arm drops, left arm lifts up. Breathe. And a side stretch in the other direction. Good. Back to center, please. Bring your heels inward. So you're going to walk the feet just a little bit more in toward each other. And this time the toes point out and the heels are in, and you bend those knees. Okay. Goddess position, yes? Good. Now tilt your pelvis and raise that chest. And we're going to work those quads, very strong thigh muscles. Very nice. All of you in the room, great job. I'd like you to bring pinky finger and thumb finger together so they touch. So two hands come together and the edges of the two pinkies touch and the edges of the two thumbs touch and the fingers are splayed out. Okay? Try to bring elbows together if possible. Draw the elbows down and bend the knees a little deeper. And here is your sprouting lotus flowers. You push through those strong legs, the lotus flower grows up, and then it opens, it spreads its seeds, draws back down, and formulates once again in low goddess. Okay, so take some of these. Not only are you doing beautiful arm work, but you're going to also feel those glutes really activating. Squeeze them firmly and let them be behind the driver's wheel here. Okay, so when we run, we want to run from the glutes, not the brick legs. Okay, you're going to get that brick leg feeling. If you overuse the legs, you want those glutes to propel you. Same thing with your growing goddess. Find the propelling feature coming from the glutes. Belly is drawn in and abs are firm. Couple more times here. You may feel those muscles right above the knees working hard here as well. Okay. The next time our legs are straight and our arms are up, bring arms down to your sides. They're going to need a little bit of rest. Put your hands on your thighs, bend the knees, and just take that right shoulder dip down, opening chest to the left, back up, and the left shoulder dip down. Take a few dips side to side. Fantastico. Maybe one more on each side. I've got one more standing position for us to attempt, my friends. And then we're going to, two more actually, if you're up for it. You guys up for it in the studio? I think you are. You paid a good price for this class. Straighten out those legs. We're going to hold a block or water bottle in the right arm, right hand rather, and push off with your left leg. You know where we're going. Balancing half moon position. This is a great way to ground yourself. Float that left leg up. We did this on our knees when we started class. That was a prelude to the actual full posture here. You should be well primed for it. But if you are falling side to side, that is part of the perfection as well. It's all part of this beautiful process. Breathe. Good. Let's change it out. Okay, so here we go on the other side. If you used a prop, you just move it over. Breathe. Two more breaths. And release. Good. Swing those arms. You can turn and face the front, my dear students. We'll just finish up with our standing quad stretch, which we'll also do lying down. But positioning the weight into the left leg, use both hands to reach behind you for that right ankle and foot. So the ankle goes in one hand and the foot in the other. Shoulders draw back, hips push forward while right knee points downward. Breathe. Let's push the thigh back further behind us. One more breath here. Nice work, everybody. Release. Good work. If you're going on a hike today, today's the most exquisite day for anything. So if a hike is in your agenda, this is a fantastic warm up and warm down. Breathe. Push that thigh back, possibly up. Nicely done, everybody. Release it out. Ask yourselves, is there any other movement your body's asking for while you're standing? Maybe a head turn, maybe shoulders, maybe a leg squeeze, whatever it is, maybe a drink of water. We're going to take it down if you're all ready. So circle sweep up, inhale, rise and stretch. Exhale, forward fold, draw down. Hands on the ground, flat back, halfway lift. And you're going to step your feet back, or some of you can even fly back there. That's cool. Holding this plank. Now let's examine plank. First of all, if you're too tired for plank, knees come down. Okay, there's no crime in tabletop. There is a crime when you don't take care of yourselves. So, tabletop or plank. If you're in plank, spread those fingers and you're going to twist the hands inward, okay, like you're screwing off the top of a pickle jar. Press the pads of your fingers into the floor. Round that upper back. Squeeze the mat inward. Belly draws in. Hold your plank. 2 more breaths here. Good. Step your right foot between your hands and drop your back knee. Taking just a variation of your half lizard, toe heel your right foot over to the right edge of your mat. And you can just gently lower that left hip downward if that feels okay. Some of you come on your forearms for this. I stay on my hands. So wherever your half lizard lives, designing to stretch the left hip flexor gently. So Paul, that's more of a half pigeon. You can't do lizard, yeah. I'm not a big fan of this either. I understand. I just want to make sure you knew yep, super. Okay, it's just a way to train the body. And we're going to come back, toe heel the foot back inward. Okay, if you'd like to spend a little time in a half pigeon, you can keep toe heeling that foot all the way over to the left edge of your mat. Drop your right knee and gently come down to half pigeon. I don't normally instruct it this way, but if you're up for it today and you'd like to do it, it's here for you. Now, a lot of folks can come on their forearms. I say take it slowly. Hands is enough. And or you take a block and you place it underneath your right hip. And just breathe. Couple more breaths here. Couple more deep breaths to calm the nervous system. Okay, gently dismount. Come out carefully if you went into that posture. You're going to sweep that right leg back into downward facing dog. Pick your hips up high. Breathe in and breathe out. The knees drop and we come to a plank roll that we learned in the beginning of class, holding that plank with fingers splayed out. Upper back rounded, pressing into the floor, pressing the floor away from your chest. Belly is drawn in and strong. Hold your plank. And then it's a careful step forward with the left foot, please, to the left hand. You're going to toe heel that foot to the left edge of your mat and drop your back knee. And just gently press the left thigh toward the left using your left elbow. Half lizard. And then you're going to toe heel when you're ready to leave your half lizard and enter your pigeon. Toe heel your left foot over to the right. Drop your left knee. Stretch that right foot far back behind you. Maybe put a prop under your left hip. And taking half pigeon position. Normally I do the other half pigeon, so if you like that one better, please go to it. Just stay with your breath. I don't want you forcing anything there. So we never want to force a stretch. couple more breaths. Okay. Just carefully dismount. We'll go into downward dog. Walk your dog, pedal back. And that nice plank roll, the knees drop. We roll forward into high plank, lowering down by pulling the elbows in and squeezing them and bending them. Landing on our bellies here. Place your chin on the mat. Here's the quad stretch I promised you. Bend your right knee. Grab your foot in one hand and your ankle in the other. Let's bring the thighs together. Pull the knee away from your belly, stretching the quad. Please squeeze your heel toward your glute. Roll the front of your right hip bone on the floor and pick up your right thigh. Now I'd like you to really raise that thigh to the best of your ability. And then please let it go so it stays floating up. The arms come out to your sides like airplane wings. You're going to use momentum from that right thigh to help roll you over onto the left edge of your body for your half scorpion pose, giving that left shoulder a really beautiful stretch. If you need to put your head on a pillow or a block, you may do so. And if you unroll a little bit, back down, and now take the left arm and bend it into goal post. And try that scorpion stretch again. How does that feel? That's a little more intense. It's not for everybody. You feel that in the chest now? Yes, not for everybody, is it? I'm so determined to stretch my chest muscles more to help prevent the curving of my upper back, which develops as I get older and older. Uh, and I'm told that stretching the chest muscles can help prevent that upper back curvature. Okay, guys, it doesn't have to be long. We just have to introduce these positions to the cells. They'll remember for us. Chin on the mat. Let's take that left foot and ankle in our hands. All right, here's your alignments. Thighs touch. Knee pulls away from the belly. Stretch the quad. Heel squeezes toward the buttocks. And the left thigh lifts up. Two shoulder blades squeezing together. If the leg will stay there on its own, you may release the arms. Right arm out to the right, perpendicular to the length of your body. And then using momentum from that left thigh, you roll over for that gorgeous shoulder stretch. Are you guys sweating in the room? Beautiful. You know, sometimes the slower we move, the harder our bodies are working. So you're really building a very strong metabolic rate the slower you go and the harder you work. So if we want to add more of a chest stretch here, you're going to slightly unroll. You're going to goal post that right arm and then see how that feels for you. Breathe. Okay, we just want to introduce the cells to these types of movements. So let's unroll carefully. You can push up using your hands, walk backward on the hands, taking a reclining hero's position here to really stretch deep into the quads and possibly the spine if you can take it all the way back. So you're going to sit between your heels. Option to slide a block underneath your seat. You can stay upright or you can try to lie as far back as you wish. Breathe. Beautiful way to stretch out the colon, to get things moving digestively, and to just feel really healthy and complete. Breathe in and breathe out. Couple more breaths here. Good. Gently dismount. If you have a prop, remove it. We're going to just sweep our legs in front of us now, and you'll sit facing the front, my dears. Boat position. Okay? So many variations. This is our final ab work. I want a flat back, okay? And legs, feet on the floor, knees can be bent. Hands are welcome to be behind you as well. This is boat, all right? You want to add a little fire, more fire to it. You can lift the toes. You can straighten the legs. You can lift the hands. You can put hands behind your thighs or out to your sides. Let's all draw the belly in and deep down and try to find your boat. Option to stay still or to take boat movements. Full boat, half boat, full boat, half boat, full, half. Or maybe you row your boat and work the obliques, one side, the other. Or maybe you stay still. 30 more seconds. 20 more. Breathe. Five more seconds. Okay. Place your feet on the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe. Let's do one more set of that, okay? 30 more seconds when you're ready. Start in a nice neutral boat and then put your add-ons in, right? So you can add on feet up. It's like starting with the vanilla ice cream, and then you add crushed Oreos. M&Ms with peanuts, malt powder, cinnamon, all on a waffle cone, and dipped in chocolate. That's your boat. Full boat. 15 seconds, keep breathing. Good, Marina. How are you doing at home? 5 more seconds. Okay, my dears. Relax. I'm going to ask the studio peeps, just turn around for me. Let your heads face the front and your feet face the back. Feet can come up in the air as you come to waterfall position. Let the blood drain downward. So, another wonderful Saturday morning. I'm going to finish up with these awesome cats. And I hope you at home have a fabulous weekend. And I hope it's super happy. And if you're not feeling happy, maybe you can make somebody else feel happy. How's that? Thanks for watching. Namaste. We love you. See you next time.